What's up, warriors? Welcome back to yet another episode of my prep series. It has been a hot minute since I did my last vlog because, as you might know, we've been a little busy being an aunt and other things. My parents just got back, so like it's just been kind of blah. But I'm back. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on. Today I trained shoulders and glutes, so I'm going to post a little bit of that while I give you a quick blah blah and update on what's been going on my prep. So right now I am 7.5 weeks out. Ooh, battery, not good, hang on. And we're back. Sorry about that. So today marks 7.5 weeks out. I'm currently hovering around 126, which I think might not be 100% accurate. Now, you and I both know that the scale is not the be-all, end-all of measuring progress, and I know this is something that I had to deal with a lot in my last prep, actually. And if you're watching this, I may have clickbaited you a little bit. No, I'm not quitting. No, I'm not quitting. I just wanted to talk about why I quit last year, because I find in this prep this year, I'm running into a lot of the same problems, a lot of the same challenges. I shouldn't call them problems. They're challenges, they're obstacles, and things that really just kind of play with your head. Like I'm at a point right now where, you know, I'm very focused on my goal, but now I'm running into a lot of the mind games. For example, as a lot of you may know, I deal with a lot of constipation, and that definitely plays a role in where my weight stands, especially if I don't go for like 6 days. And it's not comfortable, and you don't feel good, and you don't look good, and you know, you work so hard because you want to look a certain way, and it just doesn't because of like the belly. So, you know, there's that becomes a bit of a mental struggle as well. You start wondering if this is actually like healthy, if you want to keep doing this and all that, but I feel like because this year I do it more with a purpose and I knew that it was coming, I was ready to just take it on and deal. Last year I was also dealing with birth control pills, which kind of made me a little wacko and like not necessarily I wasn't able to necessarily tackle on these mental challenges rationally. So I'm thankful for that. Another issue is I am 2 weeks late on my period. So remember that time we were talking about like some women missing their period and me not knowing if that was actually going to happen. So I think the deficit and the lack of carbs for a really long time is definitely affecting that. So my last cycle I was a week late, and now I'm 2, so we're waiting for that. So that kind of plays into it too, because naturally like I'm more emotional and I'm more I'm holding on to a lot more water. Another thing that I'm gonna be trying out, I've been consistently having protein pancakes in the morning with a fiber supplement, which has been making my pancakes nice and fluffy and like filling, and I love them. But I have a feeling that it's creating a bulk that I can't necessarily get rid of. So yeah, that kind of plays into the whole weight thing. Another thing is that like I have been, like I do weigh myself fairly consistently, fairly often, and not because I'm looking to see like, oh, did I lose weight, did I gain weight, blah blah blah, but it's more to collect data. It's more to just know how my body responds to certain things. And I mean, I've been collecting that data for the last like 3 years, and so one of the things that I had to deal with was like, I knew that like when I don't go to the bathroom for X amount of time, I know that I dropped like 2 pounds automatically. And I was at around like 127.8. And I was like, it's time, like I'm gonna drop 2 pounds, I'm gonna be like 125, it's gonna be awesome. And I had gone, and the next day, like I kind of stayed around the same, and I was like, that is impossible. But it gets frustrating. Like, it doesn't seem like a big deal because you're like, well, if you know, then like whatever. But like when you're in it, it's just, oh. The day that my sister gave birth, I actually want to talk about that too. Your brain is sneaky. Your brain will try to like justify any reason for you to feed it, not like to feed yourself. And so when my sister, the day my sister gave birth, like her water broke unexpectedly in the morning, and so as soon as I heard that happen, like I bolted. Like I just grabbed my water, I grabbed like a sparkling thing, and I just like went. I didn't pack any food, nothing, which was dumb, but I didn't know how soon she needed me to be there. So we went to the hospital, and all I kept thinking was, like, as I started to get like hungrier and hungrier, all I kept thinking was like, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. You're gonna need energy to be strong for your sister because it's gonna be tough, and you don't know if you get to go home. Who knows what the cafeteria is gonna have? You should probably eat something with everybody else. So that morning, like, I still wasn't sure if we were gonna go back to the house or not or whatever, and so we had gone down to the cafeteria, and like the first thing I see is like bread rolls, cookies, muffins, banana, desserts, and I'm just like, fuck. And I wanted nothing more than to just like tear that place up. We were even joking, being like, let's do a 10,000 calorie hospital cafeteria challenge. My God. I asked, they had eggs, they were scrambled, and they didn't put cream or anything extra in there. And so I had like 3 servings of the eggs and what looks like about a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese. So I got protein and some fat, so yay. And then once that was done, and I had a coffee, because that's key, I was able to kind of like settle down a little bit, because I was gonna break. Like, I was ready. Like, it was hard. And then once that was done and we realized like my sister wasn't going anywhere anytime soon, there was no real progress being made, we managed to go back home, pick up some stuff, and so I estimated what I ate in the cafeteria and then just like packed my planned meals according to that. And then we went back, and so as you saw in like the last clip, I was eating my last meal, which was my giant tuna salad. I was so happy to eat that. At the end of the day, it sounds so stupid, but like I was in the car, and as much as I was like happy about everything we just experienced and everything was like, wow, amazing, there was that other part of me that like I sighed, and I was like, you guys, I followed my diet. And it sounds so ridiculous, but I was so happy. Anyway, I digress. So now that I've talked a little bit about the challenges, I also kind of want to spin it around and talk about what I'm actually grateful for being on prep, which sounds weird, but hear me out. The other day my sister walked into the house and she was just like, you know, she just finished work, she was tired, and she was just like, ugh, I want to eat, but I don't know what I want to eat, and there's no food in the house, which, if you followed me long enough, you and me both know that is not the case in my house. So she was like craving, but she didn't know what she wanted, and she was tired and like whatever. And I mean, she ended up like driving to McDonald's, which, okay. And in my head, I was just kind of like, I'm really glad I don't have that problem right now. Like I don't have that problem. You know, I have my foods all planned out for the day, and when I'm hungry, I eat it, and then I wait, and then I eat again. Like, it's usually pretty ready for me because I prep in advance, and that's just not a problem. Another thing that I noticed, like, we were in the, when we were at the hospital, and they brought my sister in, they brought her a little bit of food just so that she can have something in her stomach. And they brought her like 2 slices of toast, like a piece of cheese, some jam, some like hot water for like a decaf coffee if she wanted. I think there was some milk. There was definitely like a little box of cereal, and she gets it, and like her response to that was, "That's it." And like I was thinking to myself, do you know how much I would like cry for some cereal or for a piece of toast right now? Like, you have no idea. But it just made me think that like sometimes like I really feel like we're really spoiled when we have all those options. Like we really, I find we are less and less grateful for what it is that we have. You know, there are people out there who don't have those options, who don't have any of it really. And even though I would cry for a piece of toast because by choice I'm dieting, there are some people who've been fasted for a very long time and aren't not by choice. So anyway, so I just kind of wanted to add that little bout of perspective that I kind of just, I don't know. There are positive things that you do learn in prep, even though, like, yes, it's hard, yes, it's draining. You learn things about yourself, you learn things about other people, you really get to gain some perspective on things that are really not a big deal at the end of the day. And that's it. So yeah, I guess that's kind of all I really wanted to talk to you guys about, just give you a quick update. I will do a physique update, I think, at my 6-week out point. I will also be doing some posing. I think I'm going to start doing some posing soon, so I'm going to show you guys some of that. And in terms of the giveaway, I don't think I'm going to try to make any deals with anybody. I really think that I really just want to give you guys something special from me. I think it'd be fun for me to create like a little care package for you as a thank you. And so I guess it's gonna be a surprise. So in terms of the giveaway, if you are new, at the end of my prep series, I plan to give a little surprise care package to the person who has been the most active, the most supportive in terms of my channel, of my videos, of the series, as well as like on my social media and all that kind of stuff, just to give you guys just to show that I'm grateful for you guys. And that's it. So if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Give the video a thumbs up, comment below, share the video if you can, and subscribe if you haven't already, because that would be fun. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Who gives a shit what my weigh-in is today? Because today, somebody's water broke.